In this video, let us see conversion of solid from one shape to another. As we already saw in the previous video, when an object or solid is converted from one shape to another, the volume of the new object will be the same as the volume of old object. So the volume of the new object will not change when we convert the object from one shape to another. Now, based on this concept, let us solve or see some examples. The first example is a cone of height 24 centimeters and radius of base 6 centimeters is made up of modeling clay. A child reshapes it in the form of a sphere. Find the radius of the sphere. So it says that there is a cone which is of height 24 centimeters and radius 6 centimeters. And this cone is made up of modeling clay. Now a child reshapes it in the form of a sphere. So this cone is reshaped to a sphere. Okay, and now you have to find the radius of the sphere. So you know that this particular cone has been reshaped to sphere. And now you have to find the radius of the sphere. One thing you have to note is when a solid is reshaped from one shape to another shape, though the volume remains the same, the dimensions might change. Okay, so the dimensions might change. Okay, it is not necessary that the dimensions also remain the same. So now let us see. Now cone has height. Sphere doesn't have height, so we can take only one height. So height of the cone is h is equal to 24 centimeters. Now radius, we will have to take 2 because cone also has radius and sphere also has radius. So radius of the cone, let us denote it by r1, which is 6 centimeters. Okay, and let the radius of the sphere be r2. So now we know that volume of the sphere is equal to volume of the cone, correct? So let us use a formula for volume of the sphere. Volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube is equal to volume of the cone is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Since the radius we have taken as r1, it is pi r1 square h. Now some things can get cancelled here, so we can substitute and cancel the rest of the things. 3 and 3 can be cancelled, pi and pi can be cancelled, 4 remains here, r cube, and radius is 6, so 6 multiplied by 6 because it is radius square into 24. Now simplify this and then you get r cube is equal to 6 cube. So r is 6 centimeters. So what is the radius of the sphere? Radius of the sphere is also 6 centimeters. Now let us see the second example. Selvi's house has an overhead tank in the shape of a cylinder. This is filled by pumping water from a sump, an underground tank, which is in the shape of a cuboid. The sump has dimensions 1.57 meters multiplied by 1.44 meters multiplied by 95 meters. The overhead tank has its radius 60 centimeters and height 95 centimeters. Find the height of the water left in the sump after the overhead tank has been completely filled with water from the sump which had been full. Now compare the capacity of the tank with that of the sump. Okay, and here it is said that you have to take pi as 3.14. Now we are given the dimensions of the sump. Okay, and it is said that the sump is in the form of a cuboid and the overhead tank is in the form of a cylinder. So let us see the dimensions here. Since we have only one cuboid, we can take the length as L, breadth as B and height as H itself. So length of the sump is 1.57 meters, breadth B is 1.44 meters, height h is 95 centimeters. Okay. Now if you see all three are not in the same dimensions. These are meters and this is in centimeters. So you write this in terms of meters. So to convert to meters you have to divide by 100. So you get this as 0.95 meters. Now it is given that radius of the overhead tank is 60 centimeters, right? 60 centimeters. So if you want to convert to meters, it will be 60 upon 100 meters, which is 0.6 meters. Now this tank also will have height because it is in the form of a cylinder. So let us take the height as h dash. So height h dash is 95 centimeters, which is 0.95 meters. Okay. Now you have to find here what is the volume. Find the height of the water left in the sump after the overhead tank has been completely filled with water from the sump. So what will be the volume of the water which is left in the sump? Volume of water which is left in the sump will be volume of the water in the sump when it is full minus volume of water in the overhead tank, correct? So first, to find how much water is left in the sump, to find how much water which is left in the sump, okay, you have to find what is the total volume of this, because it is filled with water here, minus total volume of this. So whatever is there, once you pump here, then when you make this full, here water will remain, correct? So volume of water left in the pump will be volume of water in the sump when it is full minus volume of water in the overhead tank. So use the formula. So L into B into H minus pi r square H dash. Substitute all the values. Take the value of pi as 3.14 and you will find the volume of water left in the sump as 1.7803 meter cube. Now you are asked to find the height of the water which is left in the sump, right? So once we find the volume, we can find the height of the water left in the sump. So what is the volume of water left in the sump? Formula is L into B into H. So we have found how much volume is left in the sump. So it is 1.7803 and into L into B into H. So height is 1.7803 upon length into breadth. So when you talk about the sump, even after you pump the water, length and breadth will remain the same, correct? Only the height of water will change here because some amount of water has been pumped. So height will be less, okay, than the original height of the sump, but the length and breadth will remain the same. So that's why we take the same length and breadth which was given to us in the question. So height is 1.7803 upon 1.57 multiplied by 1.44 and you find the height here and you get it as 178 upon 228 and 225, and I want you to solve this and find the height of the pump and complete the problem.